Hey, what's going on, Dan? Appreciate you coming in, buddy. There's the link if you want to come up. That way you don't have to type in case you're at work. Just ain't nothing to do today. Back still hurting. It's cold and wet outside. I did walk out to the garage and make sure my boy had the right battery. Sit here trying to get things lined out. Was going to go get the stuff to mail everything out today, but we're just going to wait till tomorrow probably. Just ain't filling up to it. Had a lot of people in last night. I did get the battery box made up. That was kind of cool. I just ain't got no cigarette lighter plug yet for the main light. I need to get me some red and black wire that's together to be able to roll it up on a spool to where I can use it. Cool. Orientation's good. Some whole waters. Yeah, I hope things go well. I hope things go well, buddy. Yeah, it says 9 people. Hey, Coal Creek, welcome in, bro. Appreciate it, buddy. I do what I can. I mean, I ain't got much, but what I had was good stuff. I would have liked to have got some arrows to go with the broadheads, but the way they ship fishing rods, I figured it cost more than what it would be worth. I have some more hunting stuff back there, but it's nothing major. Some sights, compass, stuff like that. Compass I never use. It's brand new. I've had it so long that the cotton picking packaging is coming unglued. Chris Alberts, welcome in. I got something up my sleeve that we're gonna see what we can do. But things are going to be different on the 1000. I promise. I've got an idea, and it's going to be totally different. Welcome in, Missy. I know she don't like typing very much. So that way she keeps her hands busy with the jigs and can talk too. She's in there snacking right now, Missy. Or she'd be up here. Billy, I wish you'd give me a price and messenger on what you showed me there, if you still got it, or what you might be looking for as in trade if you and David didn't come up with anything. I figured that would be a nice little tackle box gift. Hello, Eric. I just put the link out there. I had a feeling you'd come in. Mr. Eddie Gross, welcome in. Got a blue Smurf running around here in the chat. I appreciate everybody coming in last night. That was awesome. Big thanks to Uncle Lou, Lance, damn River Boys. Uncle Lou and them just made it a little bit more better. There's the icing on the cake. Well, Eddie, back still bothering me. Do what? Yeah, just a little bit. About 4 or 5 inches of icing on the cake. Yeah, best part of the cake if it's homemade. That stuff you roll out that's got pictures on it and you cut it and just lay it on top of the cake. I wouldn't feed that to my enemy. If you're going to make cake, make a cake. But I did have something from my daughter-in-law. It was brought up to my son. He swung by here and dropped the ball. Oh, he did? Well, my son and daughter-in-law made it. It's called caramel pie. That is awesome. I don't know it takes 3 hours just to start the stuff, but oh my gosh, it is great. I just got to find something to put on top of it to make it even better. Sea salt. What are you talking about? Oh, the sweet and salty. Yeah, that would be good too. Just kind of sprinkle it on there. Yeah, 32 days to CatCon. I'm hoping between now and the 32 days, I'll have a little bit of cash on me. I could probably have it if I got up there and got a few loads out of the family home and be able to sell it. Randall Rhino, appreciate you coming in, bud. Congratulations last night. We will be getting our stuff mailed out shortly. But like I said, the 1,000, it's gonna be different. Hopefully, better things. Right now, this morning I got up. Before I got in here and got the phone, gas guy called me from where I get my propane. He found out I was having my tanks inside my house, and he didn't like it too well. Climb Energy is willing to work with me, and I appreciate that and their business for having their business where it's at. I mean, it's only like 10 months down the road or so, 15, and they treat me real good. And he said, I want to help you get them tanks out of the house because it's too dangerous. He said the valves on them will leak, and if they leak and you got the heater on, it might take part of your house out and maybe somebody's life. As it stands right now, I got 2 100-pound cylinders, 2 30s, and a couple 20s sitting over in the corner with the hose hooked to them. Welcome in, Martin. Appreciate it. So I got to try to hustle up some cash to get me some gas line to put under the house and get that all fixed up and get it ready for them. Keith Doc, welcome in. So my plate gets a little fuller each day. Every time I knock out one, something else comes along until I get to feeling better and get started. It's just going to keep adding up. But I can do what I need to do sitting down. At this point, I'm running out of things to do. My buddy's sick. We can't do the ceiling here to make the canopy over the sink and stuff and the stove. If I had that up, I could lay tile down, like for down days like today. I could get that put down. Then after I got that done, I could go in the other room and clean out the washroom, put new tile in down there. I just got a lot on my plate and finish up the trim here in the house. I got to get it first. I mean, there's a lot to do. Just ain't enough time to do it. If I was little as Bug Man, I mean, I could probably move a little faster. Between the two of us, we'd probably get it done eventually. Wow, 21 great people in the house. I'm shocked. But for you guys, we probably wouldn't even be here at all. I know I probably wouldn't. I'd probably give up a long time ago. But I'm going to invest in another tripod and try to fix this. All right, Missy. Take care. Sleep well, sissy. Hope you get feeling better. You overdosed on that bologna. That's what happened to you. I tried to tell you about that. Narcan can't help you on that. Welcome in, Kentucky. Lord, I tell you, she ate so much bologna, she overdosed, dude. I'm digging my hole right now. I know that's what she's thinking. Yeah, I just figured I'd fire up cat. Since it's so nasty outside, nobody do. I mean, I figured there'd be somebody coming in. But oh, this is that battery box I put together. Right there is 12 volt, 2 USB ports, a voltage meter, and the on and off. I don't know if I can get it set right or not. 12.4. Kind of like this little gadget. I could use it to work on cars. You always got light for your doing your lives. You can always substitute the light to work on cars. I mean, it works. Works out pretty good. You can even video it while you're working on the car. Works out pretty good that way. I'm going to build another one, but I want to do a larger ammo box because the plugs on the back of that where the wires go, the box isn't quite wide enough, or I got the wrong plugs for it. I ordered the wrong panel, but I seen that and I grabbed them. I thought it would work, but I made it work. It's amazing what you can do with a pair of pliers and bend the things over and twisting them. But that's a battery box you can use on your light, charge your phones with, or whatever. I'm going to build a double one for my other light that goes on the boat. That way I can just hook 2 batteries up or flip a switch on there, to one for each battery. That way I can just keep trucking. I can go all night that way with those 2 batteries in that box. Let's say, Kevin, appreciate you coming in. You just be careful driving, especially if it's wet down there. I hear you, Missy. I kind of felt that way too earlier and ate me a couple pickles and got my lemonade. I guess I'm all right. Just wish this neck pain would stop. I can ball my fist up and lean back on it, and it kind of eases up a little bit. It's just that muscle swelled up is what it is. Squirrel Magnet, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Bugman says, how is everyone? Looking like we are supposed to get a snow tomorrow. Buckman, we're supposed to get 3 snows, according to Ryan Hall. Well, here anyway, we don't have one. Chrissy said keep it over there. She don't want it over here. So we got 2 more coming. And it's supposed to be bad ones, so I got to get out tomorrow no matter what and go get some gasoline in case we have to use the generators. I got to fire the one up in the garage and let her run a while. Probably should have done that today, but I had other things on my mind, wanting to get the things mellowed out, and that didn't happen. Had things to worry about on getting heat in here and everything. As soon as my back quits, I'll go down under the house and measure it in that crawl space. We're about 4 or 5 block high. Wasn't too many more, and I could have had a basement. That's what I should have done, but That is what it is. Boatman said he didn't want it either.
Send it to somebody else.
She said send it somewhere else then. We had some leftover cabbage soup from the other day. Thinking about putting some vegetables with it. And maybe a little bit of rice. I don't know. Might make it a little different. But it'd be a decent meal. Might fix up some neck bones tomorrow with some pone bread. Man, that'd be good. We are supposed to get some snow here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Supposed to start Tuesday night. They are calling right now for maybe up to 9 inches. Wow. So if you pretty much whatever y'all get over there, it's coming this way. You see Missy's post for you? So tell Chrissy I'll yell at her later. Okay, I see you posting. Never mind. Old lady.
Yeah.
She overdosed on bologna, Chrissy.
No.
Got a big generator to swap. Okay. Send me a picture of it when you get time. I'll pass it along to my boy. Well, you got it. Just send him a picture too. That way I'll have something to be able to show somebody, when I ask him. I'll tell you what, it sucks getting old. Body's breaking down. Who's sitting over there about ready to go to sleep now? Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, if the sun hadn't stopped by, if we didn't go nowhere, she'd be in there taking her nap too. Don't let her fool y'all. She naps too. I'll just take an early nap, and then I go back to bed at evening. Yeah, squirrel. I don't like the cold weather at all. I'm with you. I mean, one time I would wear a quilted jacket and a t-shirt out there. Now I can't do it. It's these meds and stuff, I guess. I don't know. I just can't deal with the cold that much anymore. It's why the deer blind's messed up. But I mean, I could put a few stitches in it and pull it over and stitch it up where it ain't hanging down and throw a tarp over it and hop in there and try to deer hunt. But I gotta find my gas line for that buddy heater. I'm thinking it's out there with the griddle in the garage where we went to Mendota last year. Took it up there or somewhere. I can't remember where. I'm thinking that's where it went. I want to buy another one though. That's one of them left-handed thread jobs, left to tighten, right to loosen. I don't care for them. I'm gonna get me back a right one for tight, and left for loose. Squirrel, I got a 13-point, bud. I got the head laying out here behind the camper, if not to drag it off. But it's like this. I skin it out, man. The neighbor guys, they come down. I throw them a few bucks to help me skin it out because I was just too out. I couldn't do nothing really. They skinned it out. Next morning, I went out there and started taking the fat off of it. Got across the little spot, probably about the size of a quarter, and it was kind of bubbled up. I rubbed my thumb over it, and it was like a water balloon. So I stuck the tip of the knife in there and sliced it and pulled it back, and there was some nasty stuff come out of it. It was infection. So I called the game warden and talked to them. I thought maybe they would want to come out and get it and examine it and all that. And he said, "Is it in the skin or meat?" I said, "It's in the meat." And he said, "Well, if it was in the skin, I would tell you don't worry about it. But since it's in the meat, I'm going to tell you to throw it away." I said, "Okay." I said, "I was going to throw it away anyway because I just got a hospital with 2 blood infections. I don't need nothing else. I won't eat nothing like that, and I won't give it to nobody." So I said, "What about reimbursement in my tag?" He goes, "Well, you got does to shoot." I said, "Buddy, I ain't seen no does this year. And usually that's the first thing I see." So only thing I had was bucks out here in 3 days late in the season, and the does disappeared. They come in 2 times or 3. Any fish, welcome in. So I've got until between now and February 6th to get some does. Boy moved and she went and ate. That's not. She's the best security guard you can get. Switched to one generator and used a lot of propane now. Yeah. $12 use. I got a little bitty when it comes from Harbor Freight. Cost me like $500-600. A little dinky thing. I've been using that, but I bought the big boy, the 8750. I gotta get some hookups for it where I don't know much about the generators and hooking it into refrigerators and freezers. I'm thinking there's a special cord for it. I don't know. So I'm up in the air on that. I got to do some research and try to find out what's what. The little one that keeps my internet, keeps me a light going, and the coffee pot when the power goes out. The other one's just a backup in case I need it for the refrigerator and freezers. I hope so too, Martin. Yeah, squirrel. The one I did get though, I threw the meat away, man. Like I said, I wouldn't feed that to my dog. Gray Wolf Outdoors, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, that sad. It hurt me more than anything throwing that much meat away. But I'm thinking it might have been a warble went through the skin and made a pocket there, and it got infected. That's the only thing I can think of. I've never shot one like that in that warm of weather, and usually it's a little colder than what it was. Welcome in, Don Art. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. I'll put the link back out there in case you want to come up. But yeah, I'd rather have it in the freezer than in the garbage bag. Brian Shepard, welcome in, buddy. It's not over west yet there, squirrel. I got until the 6th. I'm just debating if I can get my back lined out enough to be able to walk and track. I'm going to try it. And since we got 22 people in here, Mr. Tolley, welcome in. I'm going to be taking names throughout the time between now and the next giveaway. There's going to be a little something different. Yeah, Grey Wolf, I ain't doing that. Uh-oh. Looky here, Mr. John Euler, the Pro Cat Man brother himself. He's warning me. He said he'll be down soon. You've been watching Ryan Hall. You see that snow coming, didn't you? That's okay. Maybe my back will be lined out. I'll get out there with you like Chrissy pulls. Yeah. Except for we're going to have to bell off because them telephone poles might get a little bit closer. She don't know the word slow down. We get in the truck, it's wide open, 60 mile an hour down the road, going around curves and everything else. I'm going to tell the doctor about that. I said, man, you're going to have to do something about this. I got to have something for my nerves. He's going to laugh at me. He telling me to quit drinking coffee. I hear you. Yeah, John wants to move back down here so bad it ain't funny. Do what? Hey, John, come on up. That way you don't have to watch the phone and all that. Got 21 wonderful people in here. Yeah, that's the reason I said what I did about the 1,000. If you got lurkers, at least step up and say hello. What are you doing? Huh? Come on, get up here. Come on. Come on. That ain't nobody. Come on. Come on. There's nobody. Come on. Go here. She's protective. Ain't you? Huh? You protective? I'm going to eat the gas guys up today. He's outside. Didn't even get out of the truck yet. Give you a few? Okay, buddy. I'll tell you what, she'd make heyday of rabbits. And she ain't even a hunt dog. Stop her. Chase chicken and get on her over that. She just wanting to play. But she'll get over it. Go on. Oh, very well, she'll let you know, bud. She can hear things outside that we don't hear. That's a good thing. I've been messing with her, acting like I'm hitting Chrissy, and you can see it in her eyes. She'll get between us and everything else because she didn't want to bite me. She don't want to hurt me. Bad. She don't want me doing that either. But I imagine if it was somebody else, it'd be different. Just like the grandkids. She loves them to death. One, they feed her. Don't they? I'll tell you what, she's smart. Chucky, welcome in. I smell it. Didn't make enough though, I bet. I'm drinking lemonade. You can dump it in the thermos, put another pot on. After I get to my lemonade, that's why it's called a thermos. You don't take it, don't matter. That way the burner ain't on. Them commercial bombs ain't cheap. And the way they're doing things nowadays, you might not be able to take the top burner and put on the bottom and get it to work. It's kind of crazy how they do things, but it is what it is. A lot of things you used to be able to fix nowadays, you can't touch it. Yeah, before next season, though, I'm going to try to get me a coyote collar and stuff. It's got coyotes, bobcat, and all that on it, so I can start doing a little more. I want to try to get me a new deer blind built out of wood and metal, insulate it real good, though I can go out there and kick the heat on low about an hour before I go out and be nice and toasty in there and do a little more. Once I get the deer knocked all the way for the year, I can start coyote and hunting and bobcat hunting. Hey, Viking, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, it's a throwaway generation for sure, bud. Even the rakes, when your handles come out, your rakes, it's hard to fix them anymore and get them to stay. My uncle had one, somebody welded or what was it? I think it was a rake. Shoved it down in a piece of pipe and welded it to it. That was a rake, man, I'm telling you. These little cheap things you pay $20 for, they might last a little while, but they ain't gonna last like what they used to. Even the shovels, wheelbarrows, they're all, I don't know, they're throwaways. It's just right. It matches the generation, Grey Wolf. Don't want to work, so you can buy that, and once it's gone, it's gone. To get you another one, because they make that much money off of working for people if they even get up and move. Viking, I swear it looked like you was a midget, son, sitting on that kayak the other day. I thought there was something wrong with my camera or something or my computer. I asked Chrissy, she said, that's the way he's sitting on. You look like a midget to me. Yeah, it quit snowing out there. That's kind of a good thing. Still 34 degrees. He's in there flipping the bag, getting it blowed out. Didn't want it to go over on the video. So what's everybody up to this week besides working? We know Danny Stone's over there mellowed out, happy as a lark. Looks like the cat had ate 2 or 3 canaries. Alvin Lewis, welcome in. 2 inches in upstate New York. Well, that's entirely up to you. Old Man King, welcome in. Yeah, sometimes they're off on snow, but our weatherman around here, like for Channel 10 and all that, they're always wrong. Because you make plans and it don't work out. It's totally different from what they say. I'll tell you what, that's one job you can be wrong and still get paid. I hope it don't snow no more. I got things to do when I feel like being able to go do them. It's kind of hard to go out and prune trees, your back hurting, but you know, I'm going to probably have to do it anyway. Go out there and do what I can. Do one tree a day, I should be all right. They ain't real big trees anyway. The peach trees ain't. The pears I got out back and the two little small apples. The ones out front, that's a different story. They've been there a while. And I'm not a person like climbing up ladders and everything. I'm scared of heights. One pear tree in the front's coming down. The only thing that's on it was BBs. So that's going to be firewood and brush. Hey, Charlie, welcome in, bud. Good to have you. But yeah, we got one, two, I think it was like 4 apple trees right here to the left that's older, and I got 2 small ones out here to the left that I gotta prune up. If I get the small ones done, it'll be all right. I'll probably go buy some more peach trees or something because I like peaches more than I do apples. Yeah, I bet he has too. He got a smile on his face like a ring on a slot bucket. Yeah. Yeah, pear tree for firewood. Well, you probably blame your brother if you didn't do it. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah, it's I planted that tree, Eric, when I was a teenager and never had the pears on it. It had little BBs on it. So I planted these 2 out back 2 years straight, and only thing it still had was BBs. And I know it got pollinated because we have bees here. So it's not the pollination or anything. It's just the way the tree is. It might be just one of them ones they call a flowering tree, and it just blooms, and that's the end of the story. Well, Gray Wolf, I lost all my garden last year. I ended up in the hospital. Almost died from whatever it was going on. I mean, they said another day or two, I probably wouldn't have been around. So I lost all my garden, and this year I've got a spot down there. It's probably, I'll say, close to 50 foot wide and at least 50 foot long almost. And then I got another small one over here at the side, which is going to make me dig up out here in front again, new ground that we used to have to be able to catch up from missing last year. So there's going to be a lot of canning going on. I got to get everything that we got stacked up in there now, sorted out, clean the shelves off, see what we got and what we need. I know we're going to need at least 9 rows of green beans. If I can't find somebody to help pick them, I'm just going to pull them up and plant fresh again. Because I can't stand being bent over like that. I even offered somebody come and help take care of the garden while I was in the hospital. You know, I'd hook them up with some produce and stuff. Ain't canning nothing yet, Uncle Lou. We're just talking about having to here when fall hits if things go well. Where I lost my garden last year. Well, you can't find nobody to help you with anything anymore, even if you offer them half. We had a big garden and had spotless green beans with nothing wrong with them. We offer them to people now. Yeah, I'll take some, but they want you to pick them for them. You can come and pick some, you know. They're free. You want to pay $4 or $5 a pound for them in the store, that's cool too. You know, it don't matter. So nobody showed up, so I went through with the wheelbarrow, picked them all, threw them in the wheelbarrow, plants and all. Pulled them in the garage where it was a little cooler. And I sat there and pulled the beans off the vines and threw the vines in their bag and took them down, spreading them on the garden and let them decay. Turn it back into fertilizer. But now, Chrissy goes fixing them bread and butter pickles. I can't be in the house. I mean, just the smell of that just tears me up. It's almost like fried green tomatoes. You can't stay out of them. Them bread and butter pickles you fixed, I think there's a jar or two left in there. I'm not sure. My God, they were good. And our kosher dills turns out pretty good too. We got canned deer meat I won't throw away. That's a little too old right now. I'll probably feed that to the chickens down there when I get that lock trim, get the wood trim back away from the lock and get my electric fence up. Whatever took them out the last 8 years ain't taking them out no more. If it's a coon, it'll be in my freezer. I don't think possums knew what was going on, but hey, Chad, appreciate you coming in. But yeah, I want to can me up. I want to plant enough tomatoes to do some canning on them and some green tomatoes. There ain't nothing like eating fried green tomatoes in the middle of winter. Oh, Mr. Solo, appreciate you coming in, buddy. Anybody wants to come up, just holler. I'll drop the link out there. Oh yeah, fresh garden tomatoes. You can or potatoes. Yes, sir. You don't even peel them. You wash them and throw them in a skillet and fry them. Wash them off on the pot of beans. Man, you talking about good. Yeah. It's almost like garden tomatoes. It's just something that you just can't go to the store and buy. I mean, if I get a coyote, I might try to skin him out and tan the hide. Then again, I might just cut the tail off and skin it out, and tan it up. That way, I have a fluffy tail I put on a thing and make fly swat out of it. Chrissy's got her deer tail over there. It's a fly swat. I just ain't put it on the stick yet. Here's the neighbor boy up there. He's got the racing four-wheeler out. That boy, Will Morrison, you guys keep an eye open for him because I think he might be going somewhere. He's won a lot of races last year. Him and another boy down the road here. He's just a little bitty guy. And he's doing things that now at his age, I see professionals if they keep going. I mean, they'll be on TV. They're so good. So that's why I'm going to CatCon. If it's just 4 hours there, 4 hours back, and no stay overnight, I'm going down to meet a couple of guys. Martin's one of them. See who else is down there. I can say hello to. The Brian B character, I hope he gets to come. Well, maybe next time you come over, Martin, I'll be set up and ready to roll and take you out on the pontoon. Maybe the fishing will be better then than what it is right now. But the only thing I can do is hook you up and take you down to the Ohio River or up at Lake Erie. That's the only places I know of that has halfway decent fish. And side of the river, you're talking a possibility at a 10, 20, maybe 30 pounder, a 40 occasionally, but it's rare. But it's not like it should be. Not like it used to be anyway. I know one night me and the guys was out fishing and boy just got this pole for his birthday. I grabbed a hold of it. It was like a 33. I grabbed a reel and rod in one hand and I set the hook. The reel snapped off the rod. I could not believe it. The rod actually broke. Hey, CVA, welcome in, buddy. Ain't nothing up right now. Just the sky and the snow. I hope it stays gone. Just trying to heal up, get my back healed up where I can do something. It's just one of them irritating pains. You can lay down on your side, get comfortable, it won't hurt. You get up, move around, it starts doing the same thing. Well, Martin, you can hold me to it, buddy. You never know what I might have up my sleeve. Welcome in, Jody. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully you're off of work so you don't get in trouble. Somebody told me Jody was going to be at CatCon selling Jello. Put your orders in now of what kind and what flavor you want. Yeah, you didn't hear? We're going to set Jody up with a booth there to make Jello. I got to make some kind of money back. I wouldn't do her that way. I can't make fun of her about the Jello because I made it one time and it didn't set up quite right. There's things that I can't make. And I have to get Chrissy to do it. I used to be able to make rice, but I can't do that. I get her to make it. Now for myself, it really don't matter how it turns out. If it's soft, tastes like rice, looks like rice, I'm going to eat it. As long as it don't turn to mush. There will be a cakewalk. This one will be interesting. Brian, if we told you what was going on in here, we'd have to take you out, brother. I just hope you get to make it to CatCon. I know I will be there if it is just for Saturday. I don't know what's going to happen between now and then. I'd like to come down and be there Friday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and come home Sunday. But that way we can. Dominiqu's supposed to be there. We're supposed to have a cookout. Eric, Curtis, was all going to get together and chip in $5 a piece and go to the store and buy up some stuff for doing a cookout. Oh, Curtis, welcome in. Somebody else snuck in here too. Guerrero, my little buddy, how you doing? That way, everybody get some decent food on a grill and not have to pay high restaurant prices. We all get to hang out. Hey, let's see here. Fishing Fever, welcome in. The chat just jumped for some reason. So Dominique can barely make a couple noodles in a microwave. Wow. Maybe we should let Chrissy do the cooking over there on the grill though. Oh, Uncle Lou gets homemade Rice Krispie treats in the mail. Oh, okay. Watch out, Uncle Lou. Trying to butter that bread.
Who said that about Dominic?
CBA, your buddy, your number one fan, your partner in crime. That's what she wants, Uncle Lou, before she gets close to you. That way you don't bite her. Only ankle biter I know of is KP. Turn this thing down. I'm tired of hearing it ding. Oh, okay. That was Brother John. Just turn down. If I don't remember to turn it back up, I get messages. Oh well. I'll see them when I see them. She can write receipts. He said he sure did say that about Dom. See? Here's a link if anybody wants to come up. Is it one of them Rice Krispie treats that it's best for looking at than to eat? That sounds like that Indian on Clint Eastwood with that rock candy. It's only good to look through, not to eat. Nap's over. Welcome back, Missy. All hope is lost. Ye who follows the recipes, Brian. Yeah. I want to tell you what, Chrissy was doing, I think it was Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner. I mean, she was trying to hustle and get things done. We was in here, I was tormenting her. She forgot one ingredient in a pecan pie. You could not cut that sucker with a chainsaw. But I'll tell you what, if I knew they wouldn't mold or rot, I'd have her make me up a bunch of them and run around here selling them to these rental centers for displays. I'll tell you what, that was the prettiest pie I ever seen in my life. Heard that, Jody. Well, at least Martin, if Brian's with you, he will catch eating size fish anyway. Sorry, Brian. I had to do it. Missy says she's starting to begin to feel like Jody's sleeping so much. Yeah, you've been napping there several days. I thought I turned that thing on. You're dinging and carrying on. Good thing I looked at that. Somebody messaged me back. But I'm gonna do one more. So I ain't problem solved. So if anybody's listening, they're trying to mess with me, I ain't gonna hear it. Do not disturb. I'm like the big boss man. I was busy. Popcorn and glizzies. Jody's making them. Danny Stone, welcome in, buddy. Here's the link if you want to come up while you're driving. Mr. Lucky Danny Stone. Happiest man on the Catfish family last night. He was so tickled he couldn't sleep. He must have stayed up all night. He was like a kid at Christmas time. He had a smile on his face like the ring on the slop bucket. He was smiling almost that big at CatCon when they're sitting up there on the couch beside me. Or it wasn't beside me, it was beside, who was that? You and I think Freddie was on the other side of him. And he knocked poor old Freddie off into the floor. So he sat down there. And he's only up 6 hours all day yesterday. Brian said Jody put her glizzies in the microwave. They get bigger that way, Brian. They blow up. Jody, I got a job so I can eat out, right out my fridge. I clicked on, after last night, I clicked on YouTube, typed my name in, pulled up last night's video. For some reason, it acts different than the other ones did. It had something about, oh, I can't think of what it is, but it just wasn't right. It wasn't like any other time I did it. All right, Guerrero, that's about enough of that. That's dirty talk. He likes him over top of a fire on a stick when he can get it, just like everybody else. Man, they good. I don't know if there are any campsites left or not. Yeah, we do. Chrissy does that in the wintertime too, along with marshmallows. Hold them over the stove, burn them. Oh my goodness. She does put them in the microwave. Chrissy's in there making plans just in case. It's better to be prepared to where you can at least go if you can, or you can call and cancel. I hate it when things are in the air because you don't know what to do or when to get started doing it until time gets closer. That's like I'd like to know tonight what we're having for lunch and dinner the next day so I know to lay the meat out to thaw out. I'm not much of a s'mores guy, Guerrero, but she's done that too. I take hot dogs and chop them up into little pieces, boil them just a little bit to get the ends around, and then I'll drain them, put me in a couple cans of pork and beans, dump them in there, pinch of brown sugar, and let them simmer for a few minutes. Talking about some good beanie weenies. They're good. You add more sugar to them, it just makes them sweeter, which makes them even better. Or you take hot dogs or bologna, chunk them up, fry them in a skillet. The grease that comes off of them and stuff, you have a little flour. After you take them out, you can make you some gravy. Some people's good enough to make gravy with it in there, but I got to take the meat out so I can get the gravy nice and smooth without any lumps. But you make your gravy on the renderings from that, and then you add your meat back into it, stir it up, and you can pour it over biscuits or toast. You got hamburger gravy or you got hot dog gravy. They was laughing at me in Hog Leg's room over that one night. They ain't never heard of that. Well, when you poor folks, West Virginia food, I mean, well, anymore, it ain't poor folk food. You gotta be rich anymore to eat the stuff that we used to eat. I mean, daggone ham hocks and salt pork was the cheapest thing you can buy for flavoring, and now it's outrageous. I'm about half tempted to put a pot of beans on tomorrow. But since I got running to do, I might just wait till maybe Thursday. I don't know. Put me on a big old pot of soup, beans, and cornbread. Pull out my stuffed peppers with sauerkraut in them. Yeah. I might even splurge a little bit. Go over and buy me some lettuce and green onions and kill it with bacon grease. Oh, Lord.
No, like theirs.
Huh?
I've seen no campsites with flavors.
Wow. Well, I guess we won't be campsiting at Mendota because there's none available with electric on it. And I got to have electric to run my CPAP machine and her oxygen machine, her, what do you call it? Concentrator. Jimmy, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? I'm just resting my back, buddy. That's all I'm doing. I walked out to the garage and come back in. I've been outside twice today. It still bothers me when I stand for a little bit. How's everybody else doing? Jimmy wants to know. Yeah, but Guerrero, s'mores and hot dogs and stuff. They're it's a make do in the house, but they taste so much better outside.
It's like they're all gone.
They probably are all gone, unless you go over 30, 40 miles away. That's okay. I mean, we got the Tennessee meet and greet. I'm working hard to try to get this back to quit hurting so I can get some money to go down there. I mean, I really want to go. Me and Woody, I got to talk to Woody. He said he'd share his campsite with me. I'm working on trying to get things together to where I can at least get down there and got food to eat and stuff. We're going to make up some, hopefully, we get to make up some potatoes, peppers, Polish sausage, onions on the griddle. And you're talking about good. Hello there, Philip, Amanda. How you doing, sis? I hope everything's doing good for you, girl. J&J Hunting, welcome in. Heard that there, anything. It happens, buddy. Chest cold? Are you clogged up, Jimmy? I'm talking about in your chest area. Does it feel kind of tight or something? Heard that on waking up for work, girl. Just hope you be careful going to work. A buddy of mine said he laughed at his mother-in-law, Jimmy. He said he couldn't hardly breathe or anything. He was feeling bad. And his mother-in-law told him to go lay down in bed. She'd be in a minute. She cooked some onions a little bit, wrapped them up in a towel, put it on his chest while he lay there asleep. He woke up. He felt great. He could breathe and everything. But if your nose is clogged up, I can tell you how to break it if you can handle it. So take some chicken noodle soup, heat it up in a pan, drain the noodles, and then put the juice in the pan, heat it up, put a pinch of red pepper, crushed red pepper in it, seeds, a teaspoon of black pepper, stir it up and simmer it, pour it in a glass. You better have you a roll of paper towels or a couple boxes of tissues, because before you get that halfway drunk, I even say a quarter of the way drunk, your nose will open up. Guarantee it. I did that for a boy one day here the night before deer season because his dad told him he wasn't going unless he felt better. So I jumped up, went in there, and told him, I said, I fix this. Drink it. It'll break your sinuses up bad. You'll be real ready to go tomorrow. He said, I'll do it. Wasn't even about 30 minutes. He done went through about a half box of tissues. Annette, welcome in, girl. Good to have you.
You know why I can't find one? I'm putting it in for next month.
Okay, buddy. Appreciate it. I hope it's doing good. She said she couldn't find one. She's been putting it in for next month. She must be really wanting to go to Mendota. I'll tell you, if I had the money, we'd just leave tomorrow. I mean, it wouldn't matter to me. I'll go up there and hang out with Lance for a week or so, fish with him. I would go over and see Amanda, but I wouldn't be worth a crap once I got there. I'm scared of heights. Huh? Yeah, I'm a big chicken, all right. I'm scared of heights. She'd have to have a little bit more than a change of clothes for me when I land. I guarantee you that. Christy in there calling me chicken and everything else. She won't get on a plane either. She does a lot of talking.
I would, I would.
Yeah.
You guys might offer me a trip to Jerusalem.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you later. I'm not going. If I can't drive there, this fat man ain't getting off the ground. That's right, Guerrero. All three of us. We have a ball up there. Hour away, that's not bad. I drive that far just to fish. Me and Chrissy just to fish. About an hour. Y'all check your Dr. Pepper. I bought 3 or 4 6-packs at Family Dollar. It's flat as a door now. I called them. They're supposed to send me out some coupons. I thought it might have been me, and I gave the grandkids some. My boy one, and they said it was flat. But looking after I called them, it was the date. It was outdated. I think maybe they might have had a skid load that was outdated and they was just pushing it through with the other good stuff. That's what I figure. It's getting about time to start making dinner here shortly. I just ain't quite made up my mind what I want. I'll probably buy some wings and some potato wedges, but I'm not sure. Then again, I just might make me a big old salad and call it a day. Yeah, I got 25 wonderful people. This is what's going to make that 1,000 great when I hit it. These people that's in here right now. Martin, you probably wouldn't have to talk too much at CatCon. Chris, you get a wagon out and pull you around. You have an electric scooter. Yeah, that's something I got to do some talking to here real soon. I got to do some chatting with rental places. I think I might be all right. Yeah, this year I'm going to have to take pictures of Chris being inside the bounce house. And Daddy Chad telling him to get out. Hopefully Lee Evans will be there in van. Hey, James Bailey, welcome in, buddy. About ready to make a trip down to Wild and Wonderful here soon, I hope. As soon as I get these doctors lined out. I gotta be able to have a nice little window between the two visits. That way I can come down and hang out for a little bit. Maybe go hook up with Missy. I bet you would, Mark. I know you'd outdo me. I just never go to the doctors and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. When it comes to my back, I'm scared to let them cut me because it only takes one oops and you're done. You're wheelchair bound. And if you don't, you either live in pain and be able to walk until you can't walk no more, which is the route I took because I was scared of being paralyzed. And I don't like doctors no way. I'm bullheaded, I'm stubborn. I keep on trucking. That's why I almost died last fall. Because I wouldn't go to the doctor. But I didn't think there was really that much wrong with me. I mean, I got out of breath a little bit. But if I sat down, I was all right. I ended up, like I said, with two blood infections, a lesion on my lung, blood clot, pneumonia, and it all put it into AFib. That's what cost me the 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't know who's on tonight. I think Catfish Weekly, 8 o'clock. I think we got Mark, Catfish and Coffee. I think they're next. Yeah, it's gonna be a nice day down there at CatCon. Get to meet Martin. And when somebody flying down the road. Can't wait till it warms up to be able to get to try this new net I bought out. I'll have to probably go to West Virginia or somewhere to use it. James Bailey, it's gonna be like a 1 day thing for me down and back. So I'll probably have to leave here all roughly maybe 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 to make it down there by 8. Something like that. It takes about 4 hours to get there. But I don't want to jump on there and hammer down, do 70 and 80 mile an hour. Martin, I'll be lucky to get a piece of that. Chrissy smells that good chocolate. She's a fan of chocolate covered cherries. She likes German chocolate too. Come from Germany. And I think there's only one place that sells that here that we know of, and that's Aldi's. Or Save a Lot. It was one of them. Neighbor kids got family that lives in Germany, and he brought her back a package of chocolates, and wasn't a real big pack, but it was better chocolates than what we could buy here. Wish this back would stop hurting, man. It's one of them aches that won't go away. As long as you're laying down, it don't hurt too bad. I want to get down there and hopefully it'll be warm enough to go fishing this year. I can get down there this year sometime. Go up to RD Bailey and fish with Cold Creek and Chucky and that and all of them. So we'll get together down there, a little cookout. Hopefully we can get it all lined up. Been wanting to get out and fish that place. I heard there were some nice ones in there. I heard that, James. Appreciate it, buddy. I probably should close this down and go help her make dinner myself here, since it is getting late. Maybe fire back up here in just a little bit. If we got time, if not, I might just end up in a chair, rest this back a little bit, get up in the morning and try to do an early morning live, maybe. I don't know. That'll work. Cold Creek. Like to see Chrissy get a great big giant blue or flathead breaker PB. It's only like, what was it, 22.3 or something like that, 22.9. I think the blue I caught for a flathead, can't remember which one it was, but it was around 24.6. I know the flathead I caught was like a powderish color with blue spots. I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. It was a wild looking flathead. Heard that. Yeah, you got the bait spot there. Yeah, Guy and Dot. If, I know we fished it down by Logan Hospital. It wasn't the greatest there. That place is fished out there. Fish Road. I know one part of the Guy and Dot there by Man. Doggone, I can't think of that little strip mall there. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's right there just out of Logan on Route 10. And they got a bunch of log cabins in there now for Hatfield McCoy Trail. It's right by the cat company there. Just right up from there on the other side of the Guy and Dot, there was a big rock everybody fished. That was a good spot at one time. Yeah, read them all. That's it, Chucky. Yeah, just right up from there going towards Man. Not very far because I remember seeing the cat sign out over top of the trees. Where we fished at, there was, I believe, a house across the river there at an angle, and there's a big rock that you sat on, and it was the fish go up under that rock. We caught a couple that night over there fishing for a few hours. I figured there was something in there. Chrissy and her aunt took third place down there in the tournament one year, and they did pretty good for what it is. I was shocked they got third. Evening, Dale. Hope things good your way, buddy. Now, at one time there, just outside of Logan, going towards Man, years ago, where a set of steps went down on the right side was a good spot to fish too. Supposedly, Buffalo Creek trout, 8 to 10 inches. I wouldn't even waste my time getting out of the car for that. Now, if you put up there 2, 3 pound, 4 pound trout, I'll get out and try it. Down there by Rutland Mall, 60 pound. You just got to have the right time and the right bait for them there. Hey, Art, welcome in. Yeah, I think they did their shoot. I got Wilo on mine. Where's that Lisa with not burner? Bruno?
Like,
Nybert? Yeah, down at Nybert they messed that up with some dozers and stuff coming in there messing around. Hey, Gig Ability, welcome in, buddy. They got one little strip there that they fish, her aunt does. They catch some pretty decent ones out there, eating size. About 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you having problems with? Oh, I appreciate that, Cold Creek. Yeah, that's right. It don't take much for country folk, you know that? That reminds me, I got a half gallon of buttermilk in there. You're 5 minutes from where? Well, bring them Wells fish right on. We'll turn some loose here. I got a fish tank in here. I'll get them big enough to start. Oh, okay. Yeah, Hardy's over in Man used to be a good place to eat. Last time I was there, the food wasn't the greatest. Wendy's ain't either, actually. I guess you can throw any kind of food at people come in there to ride the Hatfield McCoy Trail. They probably wouldn't care what they was eating. If they really had some good home cooking down there, they wouldn't know what to do. Really? Pretty good sized cat. Man, they're pretty though, Martin. They're real pretty. Oh, I've read up on it a little bit, not a whole lot, years ago. Uh, when I asked for it,
Well, 30 amp site be, 30 amp electric be enough? You need it 30?
30 should be fine. Why? 30 amps should run that CPAP and the oxygen concentrator. 20 amp is all you use on electric outlets anyway. Yeah, I was up there at RD Bailey. We walk out and look out over the lake and stuff, but that one, I guess it's a welcome center or something, or her aunt and them, come on out here. I looked at how it was made. Man, you just got wood between you and the bottom. No, I'm not coming out there. I don't trust that. That's right, Martin. Yeah, I seen Bailey Lake. He didn't take me no further than that, but I'm sure there's a way to get down there closer to the water at the lake. We was at the spillway there. He was checking it out, said there was some decent fish in that too. But they called big fish 4 pound, 5 pound. What we call big fish up here is 20s, 30s, 40s. Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's easy accessible, not a far walk or anything, because we can't walk very far. That's why I thought about getting a scooter and hooking the wagon to it with all the goodies in it and being able to ride back to about a quarter mile back here to where we want to fish at a dam up here at Paint Creek. We'd probably get one trip in and out and have to charge them all up. Hey, y'all, I appreciate everybody coming in. I want to get in there and get started, help her make dinner. And we get done and everything. She might want to come in and we'll do it live. If so, we'll be back. If not, I'll try to see you in the morning sometime. I hate to leave good company. Got 17 wonderful people in here. But Billy, I'll get with you on that. Martin, I can't wait, buddy. But yeah, I want to hop off here. Everybody say their goodbyes or whatever. I heard that. You'll be back in the US 25 for a month. You lost me there on the 25th. Oh, we will, Martin. Depends on how I feel after I help her get dinner done. Where if I don't go live and she wants to, I'll be right here anyway. But yeah, everybody take care. We'll see you all here in a little bit. Love each and every one of you. Just be careful, be safe, and we'll see you here in a little bit. Things go right. I sure will message you, Cold Creek. We'll see you all here in a little bit.